Hollywood power couple George and Amal Clooney have twins on the way, but Amal won't let the actor have the final word on naming the bundles of joy.
Let's get you caught up on that story and much more for today's ET Update. And joining us from Los Angeles with all the details is ETOnline reporter Denny Directo. Denny, good to see you.
Good to see you guys as well.
All right, so we heard that Entertainment Tonight's Kevin Frazier got a chance to catch up with George Clooney at CinemaCon in Las Vegas. He's promoting his latest directorial project, Suburbicon, and they talked about baby names. What can you tell us?
Well, of course, we had to get some information about the arrival of these twins that George and Amal are expecting in June. And now when we asked if they have any baby names picked out, George, in true George Clooney fashion, joked that his wife said there's only one thing he can't do, and that's name the twins Casa or Migos, which is the name of his tequila company, Casamigos. So, of course, I mean, he says it was just a thought, and it is a family business after all. He also joked about his co-stars in Suburbicon, the stars of his film, Suburbicon, Julianne Moore and Matt Damon, and said, how about I name them Julie and Matt? So he threw that idea as well. But, you know, Julianne Moore actually said George was great with the kid on set, and that he'll make a great father. But Matt Damon, meanwhile, he says that, you know, George is going to be a little bit of a mess when these babies arrive, and he's lucky to have them all. Either way, I think George is actually really, really excited to have these kids, and unfortunately, he just can't name them after his tequila company. So there's that.
I can't blame her for feeling that way, Denny. We can't get enough information on these twins. Are there any other news floating around about the twins' arrival coming in June?
You know, when he said, should we name them Julie or Matt, my first thought was, does that mean it's a boy and a girl? We still don't know the sex of the babies, except that they're arriving in June. Meanwhile, Amal Clooney, she did show off her growing baby bump on the cover of Vanity Fair Spain. George said they shot the photo in Paris. And so other than the maternity wear and the growing bump and him being really excited he says they're going to have a lot of fun when the babies get here. Other than that, we don't know much more, but we will, of course, keep a close eye on them.
All right, Denny, I want to switch gears now to a major shakeup on the hit reality TV show Dance Moms. Abby Lee Miller, the show's no-nonsense dance instructor, just announced Monday in an angry Instagram post that she's leaving the show. What's that all about?
I mean, she's not one to bite her tongue, and she really let it all out on Instagram. But ET has exclusively learned that Dancing with the Stars' Cheryl Burke will replace Miller after she announced, as you guys mentioned on Instagram, that she's quitting the show. You know, you mentioned she's a no-nonsense instructor, and that seems to be the case here. According to a source, Dance Moms will resume filming on Wednesday and has been picked up for 4 more episodes. But a second source told ET that Abby actually bolted from filming 3 or 4 episodes recently. And in the Instagram, I mean, she really laid into them. She said that she quit because she asked, begged, and even demanded some creative credit for all of her ideas, for all the award-winning themes and the costuming. And so she, you know, meanwhile, she's also going through a pretty nasty legal battle. She's awaiting sentencing after pleading guilty to bankruptcy fraud this last June. Now, ET actually sat down with Abby Lee just this morning, and she is very adamant that she's not quitting the show because of her legal troubles, but it's because of how she was treated by the production company in general. And when we asked her reaction to Cheryl Burke replacing her, she mentioned that, you know, she thinks that Cheryl is going to be treated differently, is going to have a different budget. You know, she told us that she's used to pounding the pavement for 6 years on the show, buying the costumes herself, picking the music. She mentioned parking tickets that she's paying for as she's going downtown to shop for these costumes, and she believes that that Cheryl Burke will actually be treated differently. But you know, she gets really emotional, and as I mentioned, is very, very, very candid in our interview with her, and you'll see more of that tonight on ET.
Wow, well, she's such a fixture on that show. It'll be interesting to watch the dynamics with Cheryl. ETOnline reporter Denny Directo, thank you for joining us, Denny.
Thank you, Denny.
Thanks for having me, guys. Bye.